Hey YouTube, Austin here, aka Tofu Sunday, and I'm back with another MTG Arena ranked gameplay video. I hope everyone had a great New Year's and is starting off 2024 on a bright note. For me, that's going to mean more Magic. So, since Standard Ranked has reset for the month, you can see in our profile, we're starting out all the way over from Bronze ranking, which is kind of cool, because I feel like it'll give you all a better view of us climbing our way up the Standard Ranked ladder, and we'll be able to improve at Magic together. As always, if any of this content interests you, be sure to stick around and like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell as well so you'll always know when I drop a new video. Now, without further ado, before our match, let's take a look at the deck I'll be running today so you'll have a better grasp of how the deck functions and what I'm going to be playing in-game. I've been really vibing with the Vampire aesthetic lately, so I'm going to be running an Orzhov Vampire deck. So the conceit of this deck is, much like Vampires, to slowly drain the life from my opponent while gaining more health myself. My main win condition is centered around Vito, the Fanatic of Aclazotz. His effect reads, whenever you sacrifice another permanent, you gain 2 life, if this is the first time this ability is resolved this turn. On the second time, the opponent loses 2 life, and on the third time, you can create a 4/3 white and black Vampire Demon creature token with flying. So of course we want to sacrifice as much as possible to get our Vampire Demon tokens, but the first 2 effects are super useful as well. I have cards to help facilitate Vito, like my Restless Bloodseeker, who I find to be a super useful and underrated card. So at the beginning of my end step, if I gained life this turn, I can create a blood token, and I can also sacrifice 2 blood tokens anytime to transform my Restless Bloodseeker. So sacrificing 2 blood tokens procs extremely well with Vito. It puts him through his first 2 sacrifices immediately. Now I also have cards like the Ichor Drinker, as well as the Voldaren Bloodcaster, and my Sanguine Evangelist, which work super great as cards to sacrifice for extra creature token value, or create more blood tokens in the Voldaren Bloodcaster's case. And then from there, she can create some 2/2 bat creature tokens once she transforms at 5 blood tokens. My card draw is going to be focused around Tarrian's Journal and my Welcoming Vampire. So with Tarrian's Journal, I can sacrifice another artifact or creature, and that's going to work well with my Ichor Drinker as well as my Sanguine Evangelist to constantly get new card draw and search through my deck to find Vito or the Bloodletter of Aclazotz. And with the Welcoming Vampire, she's a super pivotal card for me because whenever 1 or more creatures with power of 2 or less enter the battlefield, I can draw a card. Now, all of the cards in my deck except Vito have 2 or less power, so she should be proccing every single turn I have her on the field. And speaking of the Bloodletter of Aclazotz, he's going to be my final card. He's really a late game card, and his effect reads, if an opponent would lose life during your turn, they lose twice that much life, so essentially I get to cause double damage. And this is going to work super well for activated abilities such as Vito when he makes an opponent lose 2 life, or through my Restless Bloodseeker as the Bloodsoaked Reveler, I can have a 5 cost activated ability in which my opponent can lose 2 life and I gain 2 life. And then finally with a Vampire's Kiss, which does the same thing. I gain 2 life, the opponent loses 2 life, and I get 2 blood tokens out of it. So that should really be the conceit of my deck, and I hope that makes some sense. Let's go ahead and jump into today's match. And today's opponent is going to be against Stark. Hopefully something like Tony Stark, let's see. So my starting hand is going to be a Lunarch Veteran, and we've got 2 Welcoming Vampires as well as Tarrian's Journal. I'm not sure I like this hand, specifically because I can't really start off playing the Lunarch Veteran with my 2 Swamps or the Voldaren Estate. I'm going to go ahead and mulligan and see what that gives me. And not much better. So we're probably just going to have to start out with this. And I'm thinking what I can do is discard my Preacher of the Schism, since he's probably going to take the longest for me to summon, and my Welcoming Vampire is really going to be my card draw here, so I'll keep her around. Waiting on Stark to see if he's going to mulligan or if he's going to keep his cards. Okay, and he's playing Islands, but he's a blue player. That means we're really going to have to watch how we play our cards. And he's playing Izzet, so I'm probably expecting a lot of spells from this deck, and a lot of kills, a lot of destruction spells. Let's see what he's got up his sleeve. Starting off with the Stormceld Prowler. It's whenever you cast a spell with mana value 5 or greater, you can put 2+1 counters on the Stormceld Prowler. So this is a potentially very powerful card, actually. I'm going to play another Swamp, and we'll just put Tarrian's Journal down. I've got a Vito in my hand now, so that might be useful in the long run. We'll see how the game develops. Mulligan, Warmonger. He's got haste, so he's going to really hit me off the bat. Looks like he's going to be looking for dragons. Let's see how this develops. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put down my Welcoming Vampire. I'm just going to have to pay with health to do that with Voldaren Estate. And I'm going to end my turn there. He's really outpacing me on lands. And he's also outpacing me on creature generation. So he's really pushing me. Okay, he's going in with his Culligan Warmonger again. And I think I might actually just take this hit. Just to keep my Welcoming Vampire around. And I might put the Lunarch Veteran out next turn. So I can get a card on it. Oh, perfect. But I won't be able to summon my Lunarch Veteran because I only have Voldaren Estates. Okay, so instead of that, we'll actually put Vito out. Pay 2 health. And there we go. I won't really proc my Welcoming Vampire because he's probably my only creature that is above 2 attack. Do I want to attack with my Welcoming Vampire? I think I'll cancel that. And we'll hold off for now. I think I want to play it safe for now. And what I might end up doing next turn is playing my Vampire's Kiss and using the blood tokens as a means of generating a bit more health while also sacrificing and getting some new cards on me. Okay, he might have a kill spell in there. He's looking at my Vito. Let's see what he's going to do. He's considering his options, and he does have a lot of cards, so he might have a lot of options in there. Okay, he's swinging for the fences here. And I think what I want to do is block with my Vito, so we'll block his Culligan Warmonger with Vito, and I'll block his Stormceld Prowler with my Welcoming Vampire. There's my Vito. Okay. So that means we're going to have to take another hit. Okay, so that's going to be a 3/3, 6 damage. I'll block with my Welcoming Vampire. Down to 4 health, and that's not really a great look. We haven't really had a great start to this battle. Okay, we finally get our planes. I'm going to put my Lunarch Veteran out there. And let's see what we can do. We could probably transform Tarrian's Journal. That would mean discarding our hand. And I really am going to need my Rite of Oblivion to deal with that. So what I think I might do is keep my Rite of Oblivion. And the next turn I can use Rite of Oblivion to destroy his Culligan Warmonger. He's got me on the amount of cards in his hands. He definitely has better card draw right now. I haven't been as proactive with that. Okay, he's thinking about his next move here. He's got a lot of options. Specifically, he's got another Dragon Whelp and a Schism Devastator, and he's got another Culligan Warmonger. That has haste, so that's going to be difficult. swing with all three. He can resolve all of his effects. And I think what we're going to have to do is block... Yeah, we'll do this. And down to 3 health. Hanging on by a thread, but I think I might be able to turn this around. So first things first, I will actually use my Voldaren Bloodcaster. Get an extra card. And it's Plains, that's actually really good for me. I'm going to use my Rite of Oblivion. We're going to get rid of one of his Mulligan Warmongers. And I think what I'm going to do is use one of my blood tokens for sacrifice, so we'll do that. And then from there, we're going to put our Lunarch Veteran back on the field. Now he's a Luminous Phantom, which will give us another means to block with. And we can also potentially save our Voldaren Bloodcaster to get another blood token out of that. And I'm actually going to sacrifice this blood token so I can get another card on me. Okay, we've got a swamp. From there, I think I'm actually going to save my Welcoming Vampire and see if he's got anything else up his sleeve. Thinking about our next move. Not sure what he has in mind, but he does have me in a bit of a precarious position. Might want to strengthen his Dragon Whelp in some way to make sure he can get rid of my Welcoming Vampire, and that might cripple my card draw. That's really been the thing that's been keeping me alive as well at this point. Ingenious Prodigy. He's got Skulk, and a creature with Skulk can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. And let's see if he's going to swing with any of his creatures. He's going to swing with the Mulligan. And I think what we're going to do is just block with my Voldaren Bloodcaster, so I will lose the Bloodcaster. But at the same time, I will get a little bit of extra health. And we can get rid of his Mulligan Warmonger from that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get a blood token, and I'll actually get 1 health because she died this turn. Okay, now that's going to be a great card for me to have. I'm going to go ahead and throw down my Sanguine Evangelist. Let's see if he has a response to it. And we're going to immediately sacrifice the Sanguine Evangelist so we can get an extra card and proc her extra 1/1 back. So let's see what we're going to get. Okay, we got an Ichor Drinker. I'm going to use Tarrian's Journal to immediately sacrifice her. Get a little health out of that, and I'll get a 1/1 back creature. Get an extra card. And my Restless Bloodseeker. Now the question is, do I want to use Rite of Oblivion to get rid of his Ingenious Prodigy? Or do I want to throw down my Restless Bloodseeker? And I think what I want to do is get rid of the Ingenious Prodigy. That might be a better move, just to make sure he doesn't have any means of getting back in this game. We want to make sure he has as little creatures on the field as possible. That puts me back at 6 health, so I'm really crawling my way back here. We're going to do no attacks. And let's see what he has up his sleeve this turn. So far, I'm still waiting. Okay, here we go. So we've got Stasis Field. So no gaining any more health for me. But that does mean I can use Tarrian's Journal to sacrifice it. Still waiting on him to use the Schism Devastator, because that's a really great card. Okay, and great luck for me, I've got the Lunarch Veteran, so we're going to throw him down. Another Ichor Drinker, and I'm going to go ahead and put my Restless Bloodseeker on the field. From there, I'll use Tarrian's Journal for sacrifice. My Luminous Phantom. I've got another Plains. That's great. I'm going to put my Ichor Drinker out there from now as well. And we're going to go ahead and end our turn. But actually, you know what? I'm thinking I can probably use my Voldaren Estate. And we can just use that to let my Restless Bloodseeker turn into a Blood-Soaked Replica. And from there, that's going to actually let me get a lot more health, which will be really paramount for me right now because I'm slowly clawing my way back. And we're seeing Sarkhan, Soul of Flame. So Dragon Spells cost 1 less for him. He's definitely running a Dragon. And that means we're probably going to start seeing more Dragon Whelps, as well as Schism the Devastator. And if he has any other cards that we don't know about as well. So let's see how he responds with this. Okay, he's going to buff up his Dragon Whelp. And is he going to swing? He will swing. I'm going to block with my Bat. So now what I think I want to do is sacrifice my Ichor Drinker. I have another Welcoming Vampire. So we'll throw her out there just to get as much card draw as possible. And from there, what I think we might do is take my Lunarch Veteran, Phantom. Got another Swamp. And I think what I want to do is put my Voldaren Bloodcaster. We'll pause from there, and I'm just going to throw my Welcoming Vampire at it. I'm slowly coming back. It's been a pretty tight game so far, but I'm slowly getting my health back. Here we go. This is the spell card we've been waiting for. We've got Tyrant of Cur Ridges. So he's going to be dealing 4 damage to any target. I'm not sure what he's going to go for, but if it were him, I'd probably go for my Welcoming Vampire or my Voldaren Bloodcaster. But let's see what he has in mind. He's thinking about it. And the reason I would actually go for those 2 cards, for Welcoming Vampire, if he can cripple... Okay, so he's going to go for my Blood-Soaked Reveler. Okay, getting another health out of that. And he might swing on this turn. Let's see. Yep, he's going to swing. gonna block with my Luminous Phantom. And I think the goal here is to get to 5 blood tokens. Voldaren Bloodcaster can transform and start creating bat tokens. Okay, and perfect card for me. I've got the Sanguine Evangelist. So let's go ahead and bring her onto the field. And I'm gonna get 2 extra cards for my Welcoming Vampires. Slowly working my way up with health again. Got Flames, I'll throw that down. And then we're going to go ahead and get another card from Tarrian's Journal. We're almost there. Go ahead and just 5 from my Voldaren Estate. Her, and now what I think I'm going to do is bring my Ichor Drinker back. It's not looking very good for me right now. What I think I want to do is bring an Ichor Drinker onto the field as well, and I can fix that. That way I'll have something to start next turn with Tarrian's Journal. No attacks from me this turn. He's got his Tyrant of Courages, as well as his Dragon Whelp, so I can't really get past his creatures right now. On the upside, what we're seeing is him running out of cards, so he's got about 3 cards left, and he's finally starting to gas out. And at this point, I think my game is really starting to take effect. So he's really getting outnumbered here. Thinking about what he's going to do next. He's finally played his Schism Devastator. We're going to pass here. And let's see if he swings. He's going to swing with both of those cards. Have anything else up his sleeve? What I think I'll probably end up doing is blocking with my 2 bat tokens. And from there, I'll be able to continue getting more 2/2 bat tokens. Okay, so we'll block with our bats. I'll throw out my Preacher of the Schism. New Restless Bloodseeker. And what I think I want to do right now, I sacrifice my Ichor Drinker. Got another Welcoming Vampire. That's not amazing. I'm really looking for... We're going to use a Blood Tender and see if we can pull out... Okay, so no luck for me. What I'm really looking for is either Vito or my Bloodletter of Aclazotz. Okay. Doesn't really have much to work with. I think what I'll do is swing with my Welcoming Vampires as well as my Bloodbat Summoner. He'll block 1, and I'm not sure if he has a spell card in there, but either way he should be taking at least 5 damage. And that's going to bring him down to 11 health, and we can end our turn there. we're seeing the Ragefire Hellkite. So whenever this creature attacks, he can sacrifice another creature, and if he does, the Ragefire gains double strike on the end of the turn. That is definitely a terrifying card. Okay, we'll pass. Let's see if he's going to swing again. And he will. And what I think I'm actually going to do is let him hit with the Tyrant of Kur Ridges so I can destroy his Shivan Devastator. So we're going to block with both of our bats, and we'll take the hit for now. Since we're getting so much health, we should be okay. Okay, that's going to put him in a bit more of a dire situation. Switch to my turn. And I'm thinking what we can do is sacrifice off the bat to get rid of the incubator. We're still looking for Vito and the Bloodletter. Maybe we'll catch... Nope, we won't catch one of them. And I think what we can do, we'll go ahead and put our Voldaren Estate out. And I want to go just straight into getting another blood token. And then from there, I'll go ahead and sacrifice it. We're going to get rid of our Lunarch. Actually, you know what? We're going to get rid of Tarrian's Journal, because we have another one in our hand as well. And let's see what comes up. Okay, another Swamp. And I'm actually going to go ahead and put down another Voldaren Bloodcaster. That way it's going to proc my Welcoming Vampires. And hopefully that gives us something. Okay, so we've got Rite of Oblivion, and I think I'm going to use that to take out his Ragefire Hellkite. And I'm just going to go ahead and use one of our blood tokens as mechanism. Okay, we'll go ahead and create another blood token. And I think what I want to do from there is just use my Blood-Soaked Reveler's ability. I'll gain 2 health, he loses 2 health. He's going to create another Bloodbat. And we can go ahead and swing again with both of our Welcoming Vampires and the Bloodbat Summoner. And this time we can include the Creature of the Schism as well. And you know what? We can actually throw in our Blood-Soaked Reveler. Okay. This might be dire for him. Thinking about how much damage it might look like and what he should block. So far we've got 6, 7, 8, and 9 damage. And that's going to do it. That was a good game from start. He really had me in the beginning there, but we managed to claw our way back. Okay. And that's going to wrap up today's video. I really enjoyed how this Orzhov deck and my previously showcased Azura's tap deck have felt. So I think I'm going to stick with the 2 of these decks for the season and see how far we can push Standard Ladder with them. I hope you enjoyed today's Magic content, and let me know down in the comments how I did today, whether you like the deck, and how I can improve. Again, I'd like to use this channel as an opportunity to grow my MTG community and improve at Magic overall as a player. If that interests you, be sure to like and subscribe, and let me know what deck archetypes you've been vibing with lately, and what kinds of different arena content I can bring to you all in the future. Until then, I'll catch you all in the next video. Have an awesome day!